Sweet, so yeah, we're just going to do a little bit of a meltdown with some lead for the reef. I've had a couple of sinkers sitting around for a while now. They're just in here. So we're going to melt them down because I use 8-ounce sinkers when I go to the reef. If you can't hear me, it's because I got a mask on. I don't want to breathe in lead fumes, but yeah, that's what we're making here. The mold's just there. So yeah, we'll give it a go, see how it goes.
What is the end goal of all this? Like, to get rich? To make a living doing this? Or...
So it actually came out pretty good. I'll give you a quick look. So I came out real nice. I cleaned them up before. These are the ones from before. 2, 4, 6 there. I've got some more sinkers to go, but yeah, that'll give me 10. Just giving you a little bird's eye view. So we've got the lead melted down there. There's a bit of slag in there that I'll clean up. As you can see, look, using a cast iron pan here. Funny enough, it reminds me of when I used to be a chef. So yeah, I'll just clean off the slag and I'm pretty much just throwing it off to the side up here. As you'll see, I've already made a couple of sinkers now, so I've made 10. I got the mold heating up right now on a little camp stove, so let's go ahead and I'll give you a little bird's eye view pour. So it's pretty simple. This is how I'm running it if you don't have a mate to help you. Normally it's good to just do 2. Using the T-tar to grab the cast iron pan because it's quite hot. What we're going to do is turn this bad boy off now. Give it a flip up and I'll rotate it to where I need it correctly, to where it's good. Alright, cool, you'll be able to see the pour. Sweet, so I'm wearing a mask, a face mask I should say, because you know, lead fumes aren't safe for you. But we'll go ahead, we'll get this pour done. So the mold's nice and hot, which is good. Had a couple of failed attempts earlier where it just wasn't hot enough, the mold, and I ended up with 2.5 sinkers. So you know, 2.5 sinkers is not what you want. We'll let this cool down real quick. She's gonna be hot. Right, I got a pair of leather gloves on, which is kind of stopping the heat, but you're probably better off wearing welding gloves, to be honest. Couple of G clamps from Bunnings did the job for this aluminium mold. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop this bad boy off, and there we go. Look at that. Cooking with gas here, eh? So now I'm up 12 sinkers. These are actually looking pretty good, probably the best out of the lot. Not too bad. I don't mind these molds. I'd prefer cast iron, but aluminium molds by I don't know, I picked this one up at BCF Townsville, so you know, hey, if you got some lead laying around, just melt it down to what you want and what you need. Just get the mold for it. Alright, cool. Just gonna push that back. Yep, that was super hot, and it didn't burn me because my skin just slid right off it. That's what you get for being silly. Alright, cool, we'll let that lead melt down and yeah, take 5.
What is the end goal of all this? Like, to get rich? To make a living doing this? Or is it for you?
Yeah, sweet. So after melting down all those sinkers, I've got a little bit of leftover lead just on the top, waiting for it to cool down. But, you know, busy life, got to go cook dinner. So yeah, I've got these ones I need to trim the lead up on. So I should be able to make a couple more sinkers off that. But yeah, these are the ones done on the back. So they're looking nice. Nice 8-ounce sinkers ready for the reef. That's the slag. There's a tiny little bit of residual there in that cast iron pan. But yeah, I'll fix that up. Pretty much straight up later after dinner when it cools down a bit. But yeah, things to do on rainy days in Townsville. But yeah, all right, cool. Well, sweet. So I just finished melting down the last of the lead. So we'll just get to popping this last bit of the mold. So I only had enough left for 2 8-ounce snapper sinkers. So it's going to be a nice little addition. 30 I think in total, I think I ended up with. But we'll do a final count in a second. But yeah, this aluminium mold actually held up once it was hot. That was the only issue I was having with it. It wasn't hot enough. So I got like a residual bit of slag up in the corner, like I said earlier. That's not too bad, but there's the last two snapper sinkers there. But we've got these ones are not hot, so I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. $12, 16, 20, 24, 26. So 26. So all right. So I ended up with just shy, 28 8-ounce snapper sinkers. So that's not too bad, to be honest. It's actually not bad out of everything. Out of the lead I just had that I wasn't using for anything other than I was going to melt down because I picked it up for cheap. So that's not too bad. It'll add to the already snapper sinkers I've got, so I'm not complaining. Just means I've got more to lose now. So these ones are still quite hot, ridiculously hot. So I'm just going to do what I need to, which is just trim that excess. Give it a little bash down. Yeah, sweet. All right, cool. So, yep, all up, out of all the lead I had in that container, a little tackle box, sorry, Yeah, so I ended up with 28 snapper sinkers. It's not bad meltdown. So what I was using the cast iron pan, the stovetop, another stovetop to heat up the mold, and the 4G clamps. I did have a Hot Devil's little blowtorch just heating up the extremity a little bit, making sure it sets pretty good, but other than that, not too bad. Slight bit of slag, but you're always going to get slag when you melt down lead. Could probably use it again, but even then, not really. I think I've got most of the lead out of that slag, but got a couple little pieces of lead left, so use it for another project down the track, so I'll just put it aside. Right, you boys.